This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so first of all, what is Dynatrace? Now, if you see that Dynatrace is unified observability and security platform. So now the question is, what is observability? Okay, what is observability? So observability is one of the process in which we try to gather matrices, okay, and then we try to gather trace, and then we try to gather logs. Okay. So these are the three things we try to gather, and this whole things we call it, let's say matrices, we call it infra monitoring. Trace we call it APM, and synthetic and RAM, synthetic and RAM, real user monitoring, and logs we call it log monitoring. Okay, so when you want to set up observability, you need to collect matrices, you need to collect trace, you need to collect logs. So matrices which is coming in from monitoring, trace means APM, synthetic and RAM, logs means log. And on top of that, what we do alerting and dashboarding. So in a short, this is a observability. You understanding?
So
Hello?
Raj, will you please elaborate this all things with the example, like practical example,
Yes,
so it
yes.
can
Everything,
be
yeah,
more like
yeah.
easy way, like understandable.
Yes, yes, we'll do that. So now this is a observability. We want to collect this one, and these are the things we have to do along with alerting and dashboard. Now, how do we do that? I'll get started. So here, let's get started one free trial account. So click here. Now I have one email ID which you can also, anyone can create your own account, okay, for 15 days and continue. Now this is a
I
password.
do have Dynatrace access for my company, but we will learn later on. First, let me understand here.
Yeah, sure. So this is important, deploy region. So Dynatrace, which we have is a cloud version. So where you want to deploy this, where you want to store the data. So I'll go for the US West Oregon and start free trial. It's taking a little time, just wait for it. It's taking more time actually.
Network issue.
No. I mean, we are connected. Now it's good. So here we got here and launch Dynatrace. Now this is the cloud account which we have got it. It's available for 15 days for using it. Here it is. Now you see you click on the expand doc and here you have few options: search, notebook, dashboard, workflows, hub, and support, and some your account management. But this is important: apps. Everything what you want to do, you have to do it from here. Okay, and so on. Now I'm not starting with the slides because I want to give you a little bit of background information demo, and then we'll move on to the slides, so else it will become boring. So here Dynatrace is observability platform. Observability means collecting matrices, traces, logs. So when you do the matrix collections of what? So here we do for the Linux, Windows, Docker, Apache, Tomcat. So this is the matrices collections. Linux is operating system. Here Windows is operating system. Docker is a container platform. Apache is web server. Tomcat is a app server. And then last one database, MySQL. So all these matrix collections we are going to do in Dynatrace. So that is a goal which we have for infra monitoring. When we go for APM, it's a trace. We'll discuss a little bit later and another session, and another sessions for the logs. Okay. So now the question is how to collect matrices, trace, and logs. So that is a question. So we'll discuss in detail about this, how to collect matrices, trace, and logs. But for time being, the answer is one agent. Okay. What is this one agent? So this itself is a name actually. So Dynatrace has created, built one software. They call it one agent. And using one agent, you can collect matrices. Using one agent, you can collect the trace. Using one agent, you can collect the logs. That means everything you want to collect, there's only one software which is called one agent. Got it?
So is it a software or like you are creating certain path calling one agent?
No. It's a software. It's a tool which will be running
Okay,
in the Linux box or Windows box.
okay, got it.
Yeah. So one agent is an answer for everything. One agent will collect matrices. One agent will collect trees. One agent collect the logs. Okay. So if you want to collect any of this information, you need to have one agent. Okay. So now can we have one agent now? Where is my machines? Here it is. So now first thing I'm going to get one Linux machine where I will install the one agent. Let me show you the demo. So I'll go to AWS and grab some Linux machine. And here it's Ubuntu, and go for Ubuntu right now, and 20 the version. I'll go for T2 medium keys. I'll select security group default.
Can you make screen bigger?
Probably you can click somewhere. You can see
Oh,
this different
yeah.
mode of got.
Okay, I can zoom in now. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So and launch instance. So I created one instance for our demo, and this I name it Dynatrace. So I remember this. Now I'm going to log into these machines. And I have a keys are located. New relic. Okay. Meanwhile, I'll also launch one Windows machines also.
So this one, like how we can launch that and how can like figure it out?
Which one?
Like the way you are currently launch instances. So is it
This is the
somewhere
8.
sitting and you are
Okay.
collecting or?
No, this is a AWS
Mm-hmm.
where we are creating a virtual machines. You can create a virtual machines on AWS, Azure, Google Cloud in your laptop also. Various way.
Okay.
Virtual machines we need it for installation, right? So what I
Mm-hmm.
do typically instead of setting up a virtual machine in local, I use in AWS to save time because in AWS is a paid services, but
Mm-hmm.
you can get it faster.
Okay. So for an example, for my company, whatever I have to do it, I have to first create the instances in the Dynatrace, right? The way you are doing it.
Yeah,
And
basically
I have
I'm
to figure
creating
out the
virtual
operate.
machines.
Yeah, so this virtual machine will be first, we have to figure it out the operation system instance, correct?
That's correct because that's where you'll play out.
Okay, okay. So I have to
So
figure it
here,
out the Windows or the
yeah,
AWS,
s-
whatever we needed, correct?
correct. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now what I did, I created one Linux box on the one AWS and then logged into this. I'll become a root. Okay, either you can use sudo or root. That's okay. So this is the Linux box. Same time I have also created one Windows box for the demo. So now it will come in few seconds. You see Windows box. So let
Mm-hmm.
me complete first the Windows demo, Linux demo, and then I'll show you the Windows demo also. So now what we need to do. So I told you one agent for everything. You want to connect matrices, traces, log. One agent connect the matrices for Linux, Windows, Docker, Apache, everything. So what to do? So I'm going to Dynatrace and click on the apps. Okay, and here I will select one agent. You see, deploy one agent.
Mm-hmm.
Click on it and follow the screen. Here it is. So here it says, hey, you want to download a Dynatrace one agent for which platform? Windows, Linux, AIX, SolarEdge, Mac OS, Kubernetes, OpenShift, Azure Web Apps, Cloud Foundry, Lambda, Functions, and Google Functions. Everything. So these are the, you see, these are the options we have available on which you can install the one agent. Now, if you think, Rajesh, okay, I want to install one agent in hundreds of boxes. So this is a one by one, you have to do that. Okay. But if you want to install at hundreds of boxes, what to do? That is where you have a this code actually free of cost. Ansible code and Puppet code. So if you want to deploy agent in hundreds of boxes and you want to use automation tools like Ansible or Puppet, they have given you the code Ansible module and Ansible role and Puppet module for it, and you can use this one. But yeah, in order to use this, you should know Ansible and Puppet much in advance. So now Here my target is Linux. So I click on it. Now here if you see, you should read it each and everything. So here you need a token. So right now there is no token. So I'll generate one token. So this token is for the agent for sending all the data to Dynatrace cloud. Okay. Installer type, let it be same. And now this command you see, they have given you complete command, which will help you to download the installer. Okay. You have to run it, sorry, in Linux. And this command, which will validate whether this installer is good or not. And this command will install the agent installer and run it. And that is how it is. So let me run this, copy this command and run this. Done. That's all. See here, Dynatrace agent is being installed, downloaded, sorry. Done. After that, validation, sorry. So validation is not important. So I'm going to run directly this command and enter. So I install the Dynatrace agent script through script and it should be installed.
So you run only the main first command and the
Huh.
last one,
You can
right?
run
Not
you can
validation.
run this command also, but it's not necessarily because I'm not installing in the production. So this command will
Mhm.
validate whether this installer is genuine or not.
So the second one is the production one, and first one is just the history for the history, like information.
This will download
Oh,
and
okay,
what
okay,
this will download. This
okay.
will verify the download and this
Got
will install run the installer. So
it. Okay,
verification I
got
don't need it actually
it.
because
Yeah, now I understood. Understood.
yeah. So I got this here. You see that and click on the show deployment status. So now one agent you should be detected in few seconds. See it has come here. There's only one agent and
Mm.
this is the version of one agent enabled global monitoring. Some details you have downsides and okay and then click on it. Now just wait for a few seconds and all this graph you see here, it will be filled with the data, CPU, RAM, disk, network and all stuff like that. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the way we install the one agent in Linux. Now I will show you the demo for Windows also. So go to the Windows, connect and Windows Server. I'm getting the password. So this is the Windows Server. Let me use RDP MSTSC. Here it is. Connect. Username is administrator. Password is here and connect. So now this is my Windows machine, which I got it on AWS. Okay. So now here, what I'm going to do, first thing I'll go to the Windows because it's server edition, right? So I'll go to server manager. Okay. Server manager and disable the IE security because the server edition, what happens? Download is prohibited actually. You cannot download any file. and one agent I need to download it. Are you able to see my screen, right? Hello? Hello?
Yes, Raj, I do. I was
Yeah,
talking on mute.
yeah. And here local server, click on this and switch off. This is a wrong practice for in terms of security, but right now I just want you to download easily rather than complicating
Okay.
process and all. So done. After that, what I'll do, I'll come to this place, go to here. Again, click on the one agent. You know that here. And here, this time you have to select Windows. Click on the Windows and you can use the old token, but you can generate one new. And you see here, it says, hey, download the installer. So if you want to manually download the installer, this is the command. This is the link. But I don't want to download in this Windows. I have another Windows. If you want to download through the command line, you can use this command, PowerShell command. Okay. And then finally you can run this command basically. So these are the script actually which you have to get started. Okay. So it's up to you which one you want to use it. This one or or this one. So what I'm going to copy this one link because I disable this. Now I can download this. So and enter. Look like signing is required. So let's do one thing. Command line only. Let's do that. I don't want to sign in. So go to the PowerShell. Open with the administrator. Okay. And go to C drive and run this command. Enter. So this command should download all the files without logging into it because API token and all you have given it over there.
So the files, whatever you are mentioning, it's a one agent tool files or the whatever
In
Windows operation machine runs the file, that one it's fetched.
executable, executable. Yeah,
Okay.
executable. So it's downloading. You can see the progress also.
Is it stuck?
No, no, it's happening. You see here, the
Yes.
file maybe in Linux
Mm.
it's pretty fast. In Windows it's little slow actually.
Ah, okay.
Almost done.
Mm-hmm.
Done. Now if you want to see the installer, see, this is the one. It was small size but took lots of time actually. Just 124 MB. 20. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
Okay. So now you have to run this command to install it. Manually also you can install it, but this will be better one. So
Mm-hmm.
here, copy, enter. So see then background, something is populating, you know. Done. I should do the next. Let it be same. So can I do one thing? Yeah. This one. Just give me 2 seconds. One and second and finally next. This is the one. Next, this one. This is let it be here. So for time being, you will not understand this one. But what we are doing here, in this mode of monitoring is full stack. That means everything: logs, metrics, and trace, everything. And you are enabling it. So we'll discuss this one through slides later on. Right now, no. 4 and finally done. So almost done. Just wait for some time. and you see here it's finish, and this message you should get successfully. And now do this. So your agent is installed. Now you should understand where it is being installed. So view, hidden items, programs, data, and Dynatrace. So this is the place we have one agent installed. So these locations, I want you to remember this. Okay, I'll share these images with you so you'll remember. Now 6. Now you should also check the services. Where should you check the services? Service manager. Oh, sorry, not service manager. Services, right? Here. And you should go and check for the services and Dynatrace. Do you see Dynatrace? Here, correct now. So here in the services, you can stop and you can start. So that is also you can see that. So what we did basically, we install the agent in Linux and Windows. Was it difficult, all of you? All of you?
Sorry?
I mean, was it difficult? Any questions?
No, I'm just still as a beginner, so learning all this.
Yeah.
So
Now the
not
question
much
is,
question, but when I will review again, maybe I would have more.
yeah. So now the question is, you should explore the data, correct? Where is the data?
Yep.
So here, when you after installations, you go for it. So you can click on this show deployment status. Okay. And here there is a see this data is coming. One agent installation. So here you have Windows data, and here you have Linux data. So Windows, just now we enable it, so it will take few minutes to get the data. Linux data, let's get it. See here, complete details here. Now you have to spend good amount of time to understand all this stuff. So for example, you see here, uh, this machine is uptime 21 minute, CPU uses, memory uses, network. So this is the matrices. These all are matrices. There is no problem so far, and analysis by the because AI Dynatrace is enabled with the AI and ML, so they will analyze the system to find out the problem also. There's nothing. Here you see there's incoming connection, nothing actually, outgoing nothing, and complete details you have below side. Host performance in terms of CPU, memory. You can reduce the time from here 30 minutes, something like that. You see all this, you can see that. So this is the CPU, this is the memory, this is the traffic, this is the process analysis for it, and downside again memories, and these are the list of process which is running in your Linux. So Linux, we are running all this utility including the one agent, and you see that each process is also consuming how much CPU and how much RAM. You have a details to look at this also. You can check it out. This is the disk analysis for that Linux machines, and multiple mapping here you have. And here this is a network analysis for the same machine. How much network kilobytes per second, and how many total network requests you are getting. Here you have memory analysis, events. Right now, 0 events has come. Logs I have not enabled, so it's there. So like that. So did you understand that all of this?
Yes, yes.
So
This part
something
I
sim
understood much.
yeah. So something similar you will see at for Linux also. Okay. So if you click on the Linux,
Windows.
sorry, Windows, my bad, Windows also. So
Nice.
this is the window, yeah, Windows, and same thing you'll get it because operating system. So this is the services running in the in your Windows, and some of this still popping up actually because lots of data has not come, so still popping up.
So in this Dynatrace, whatever the like, for an example, for my company, any server address or any API path, if we
Hmm.
set up, it will cover every like request response, everything from that like API area, or like whatever the server I can take, then whatever the pass through that server, whatever
Yeah,
request response happen, everything
ev
it can cover.
everything. Yeah, so everything will be collected by one agent and
Okay.
shared to Dynatrace.
Okay, okay. And if you don't mind, may I share my screen to show you a little bit what actually happened so I could understand from my whatever tool I'm trying to read that
Okay,
Dynatrace. So
let
at
me
least
stop
you
the
can
recording.
guide me for the basic stuff, okay?
Let me stop the recording.
This
Where are
conference
you?
will now be recorded.
One moment, okay? Let me go back to the
Yeah.
screen.
So
Okay.
now this is what we did. What we did in this session, you can look at this. So we collected the
Mm-hmm.
metrics of Linux.
Mm-hmm.
We collected the metrics of Windows. Right. So this is something which we did. Now, uh, where is a step-by-step guide? How do you learn from it? So here you write Dynatrace and Linux. So recordings anyways will be there, but tutorial also you can find it. So here you see how to
Mm-hmm.
install one agent in Linux and Windows. So
Okay.
this tutorial which I showed you just now, which will help
Mm-hmm.
you. Got it? Now
Yes.
in Linux, this is the path you should look at for. So this is install log, here you get it. Install location in Linux, here you have configuration file for some of the dump file here and few others. So you should try this one after this session.
Sure.
And then tomorrow I'm going to talk about how do we monitor all this Docker,
Sure.
Apache,
And
Tomcat.
you show me exactly where I have to access that in Google Chrome or at your DevOps site.
I'll share with you in the WhatsApp group.
Okay, okay, perfect, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, I will practice on this tomorrow before we like meet again.